What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everyone who support the platform. Much love, much love. Salute to everybody that's here. If you are here and you can hear me clearly, please put a number one in the chat. Please put a number one in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Before we get into today's show, let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. We're going to get into it today. Yes, sir. Drop y'all ones in the chat so we can get into the show. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Shout out to everyone that's here, by the way. Let's see if y'all can hear me. Okay. Awesome. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to everyone. And of course, we're back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm your host, DS1 Ross. Of course, I appreciate all the love and the support. Shout out to everyone. Hope all is well with everyone. Salute to everyone in the building. Shout out to all of the visionaries. Shout out to all of the visionaries, man. I'm going to get to the chat room and give some shout outs. I need you guys to hit that like button, hit that share button, share today's show, share it on your Facebooks, Instagram, Twitter, your community tabs, your Discords, anywhere that y'all share content. Make sure y'all share today's show because we have to talk about this. We must talk about this because it's getting out of hand out here, y'all. So let's see who's in the building. I'm going to give some shout outs while you guys smash that like button, and we're going to get into the show. So let's see who's here. Let's see who's in the building. Shout out to Bob. What's good, Bob? Salute to you, man. Shout out to Miss Angie. Hey, Miss Angie. Good to see you. Always coming through and holding down the Chizak. Shout out to my man, God the Brand. Shout out to God the Brand, man. Shout out to the whole Nile River. Salute to the Nile River, man. Shout out to my man, Sky Swipe in the building. Nile River in the building. Salute. Hey, Mrs. Queen. What's going on? Star Baby. What's up, Star Baby? Good to see you. Lionel Clemens. What's up, brother? What's up? Salute to you. Hey, Miss Queena. Shout out to you. Shout out to Queena. Always coming through and holding down the Chizak for your brother. I appreciate you, Queena. Pro Theologist. Salute, man. Pro One Theologist. Salute. Shout out to Australia. Salute to y'all, man, out there. I appreciate y'all support. I appreciate y'all tuning in, as always. Darryl Richardson, salute, bro. Salute. He said, let's light this candle. Salute, bro. Salute. Club Fortune. Shout out to Club Fortune, man. Shout out to Club Fortune. Shout out to everyone that's tuned in. Y'all see today's show. We have to talk about this today because ever since the Steve Harvey situation is starting to be discussed, right? And shout out to everyone too. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to all the content creators that's covering it, Shout out to the OG Mace. Salute, fam. Salute. Good to see you. Right? And I think what happens a lot of times with these conversations is they go off on the deep end, which leads into something else, and then leads to something else, and something else, and something else, and then we lose track of what's going on a lot of times, right? Shout out to Cuzzo. Salute, Cuzzo. Jeff Reviews on the check-in. Salute. Right? And we went from Steve Harvey trying to shame certain kind of dudes to him being the table, him saying that Marjorie is the table, to now it's, oh, well, he's just a traditional man. See how, y'all see how this goes? See, because originally, the problem that Steve had, that he discussed, was with men. So I don't even understand why women are even speaking on this, because he was talking to men and he was talking about men. So this is why you had the pushback from the men, because that's who he was talking to. This is what I mean by when things get out of context. He wasn't even talking to women. He was talking to men. He was trying to check millennial men, Gen Z men. This is what he was doing. And Steve has a history of doing this. He has a history of doing it. See, because that is why he originally wrote that book. He didn't write that book for women. He wrote it to spite a certain demographic of men who could smash his wife. See, a lot of y'all women be speaking on shit, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. This is between men. Y'all be trying to add little shit, and y'all what y'all do is y'all throw off the whole concept, and then we off into something else. This had nothing to do with women. I don't even know why women are speaking about it. I'm not saying women can't. I'm just saying this conversation had nothing to do with y'all. This is why you had the male pushback, because he was talking to men, wasn't talking to women. The conversation was not directed at women. The conversation was not for women. It was him to pander, because that is what Steve Harvey is. Because he's always been that type of man. That's why he sat around and waited for 20 goddamn years to marry a woman who left his ass. See, this is for men to be talking about, because this is a male issue. This has nothing to do with women. This has nothing to do with their family and none of that shit that y'all done turned this into. It has nothing to do with that. But since y'all wanted to do that, we're going to go there today. So y'all hit that like button. Since y'all wanted to do that, now let's have the traditional relationship conversation in context. We're going to have the conversation in context. We're going to discuss how a traditional relationship looks and what it's about in its entirety. We're going to stop cookie cutting the conversation, because that's what goes on a lot too. We like to cookie cut. When you want to talk about relationships, you want to pick at finances. Well, let's talk about finances. This is what y'all do. And this is why people are not being healed. This is why marriages are falling apart. Nobody want to stay together. It is because y'all are promoting this type of culture, man. This is what y'all don't understand. And let's go there today. Shout out to Cartel on the check-in. We're going to go there today. Let's go there. Since y'all like to have this, since y'all always want to talk about traditional, oh, Steve is just traditional. You don't even know what a traditional man look like. I'm going to ask you women, have you sat down and talked to your grandfather? Have you sat down and had conversations with your great grandfather about men and what men do and how men are? See, if you haven't done that, you don't know what a traditional man is. So I need you to relax. Okay? Go have you a Coca-Cola and smile. Okay? Go over there and be cute. Like Steve told you, go get your nails done. Stop being a part of conversations you know nothing about. Go get your nails and your toes done, like Steve told you. Since you want to take up for Steve, you don't know what a traditional man is in its entirety. I'm not talking about because you knew Papa paid all the bills, because that's not only what a traditional man is or does. You don't know that. Did you sit down and talk to your Papa? Do you talk to Papa? Did you talk to his daddy? Huh? Notice, I ain't asked you if you talk to your grandmama. I asked you, did you talk to the man, little girl? Did you talk to the man? So you don't know what traditional men are or do because you don't talk to them. They haven't. You haven't learned anything about traditional men. And do you know what's paramount with traditional men? Just like it's paramount with the majority of men? Respect. See, that's the first thing. If you knew what traditional men were about, that's the first thing they're about. If you want me to pay all these goddamn bills in here, you gonna respect me. You see that? Y'all are in here lying and making up narratives. Traditional men honor respect first, not the money. You know why he paid all the bills for your grandmama? Because your grandmama respected his ass. She honored him. The shit that y'all say a man gotta have money for you to do today. So why y'all talking about traditional relationships? You don't know what they entail. Okay? Steve is not a traditional man because Lori Harvey is running around philandering. Traditional men don't accept that. So let's talk about it today. Since y'all want to constantly switch up the goddamn conversation, now let's talk now. Let's talk now. Get on out the clouds and talk about it. We're going to talk today. If you haven't sat down with your grandfather or your great-grandfather, a lot of your black women don't even know your fathers. So don't talk about traditional man shit. Because you don't even know what modern men are supposed to do. You don't even know your daddy. And he a modern man. Shut up and go have a Coke. Go get your nails done, like Steve told you. Because what you're doing is you're out here demoralizing women. This is the shit that I don't like. Young men and young women are out here being demoralized by this type of rhetoric. And when people are demoralized, that's when people start misusing each other. So then it just becomes a transaction. And we're going to get into that too. And we're going to get into that too. We're going to get into that too. Shout out to Felicia. Felicia says, well, there's an era where a lot of us were abandoned by men who would have been the fathers and grandfathers we needed. So again, if that's the case, do not talk about traditional man shit. Okay? Oh, okay? See, listen, This is what we not doing. We not making no excuses because we grown. See, this is the problem. This is the problem a lot of men have with modern women today. Y'all want to talk shit and make excuses. You can't do both. You can't do both. You can't talk shit and have an excuse. You can't do. Pick a struggle. Which side you gonna be on? Don't make an excuse for why you talk shit. Don't do that. Because then we know where we at in the conversation. We're being disingenuous. This is the problem. And see, what a lot of us don't understand is when we getting up here and we're discussing traditional relationships between black men and black women, do you know we're actually proving the Caucasian narrative about black people? Do you know that? Huh? Do y'all know that? When you relegate yourself to coochie? Do you know that? When you say that all those women, those traditional women had to do was bend over and cook? Do you know that's what the goddamn white man said about us? That's what they showed in black exploitation films. That black women were whores and black men were pimps. So that's traditional black relationships. Pimping and hoeing. Oh, okay. I got you. Say y'all not saying that. Because remember, the woman ain't had to bring nothing to the table because all she had to do was be able to have a baby. Right? Oh, okay. And all he had to do was go out and work. That's tricking hoe. That's tricking and hoeing. That's what they always said about black men and black women, that we ain't shit. We the scum of the earth. And that's what we're depicting when we getting up here saying certain shit and acting like that's real. When we need to be uplifting our people with the conversation. The conversation is supposed to uplift. You see? This is the problem. And we're supposed to be adults. We're supposed to be responsible. We're supposed to be held accountable. But do you know what you're doing when you're getting up here making traditional black relationships out to be just some trick and hoe game? All she had to do was cook and bend over. All he had to do was come home and take his clothes off. And what? Oh, so traditional men didn't spend time with the kids. He didn't help cultivate the kids. See, y'all not talking about this. Y'all are talking about sex and money. Trick hoe. Then you wonder why these other men look at black women the way they look at y'all and treat y'all the way they treat y'all. You're a fetish. Take this money and you're a fetish, black woman. And y'all are reinforcing this shit through the content by saying that traditional men only cared about coochie and a plate and a hot plate. That's what y'all are doing. Y'all don't see that? Y'all are reinforcing a dangerous narrative. The same narrative that is spoken now about the black community. Y'all are reinforcing this shit. And then saying, well, that's just what it is. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's not the way it is. That's a lie. That's the way you want it to be because you're afraid to change it. You see? See, because the only reason why we have a reference to a traditional relationship is because two black people decided to struggle and still love each other. Now, all that struggle love bullshit y'all talking. You only know what love is because them two motherfuckers that you could relate love to struggled. So shut up. Shut up. Why wouldn't you struggle for love? You want to struggle for your boss? You want to struggle for the world? You'll struggle for the world, but you won't struggle for love. You won't go through what you need to go through. The necessary things to stay married. The necessary things to keep that family together. That's why y'all even could talk about anything traditional. Because of these people who decided to stay with each other despite struggle. So I need y'all to please stop talking about struggle love. Because if you are against struggle love, then don't talk about traditional men. Because do you know traditional men, they struggled with their health. They sacrificed their health to go out and work for the family. Just like that woman may have sacrificed her career to be there with them kids. See, we're going to talk today. We're going to talk today. We're going to talk today because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of y'all out here lying and misleading the flock. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I am sick of it. Because what y'all are actually doing, y'all are dishonoring something that God created. That's what y'all doing when y'all dishonor marriage through your worldly views. Let me say that again. Through your worldly views. Because that's why the fuck your house is ran on percentages. Because that's what the world tell you to do. Why you don't doing what God tell you to do? You married. You married. You God's children. Why you not doing what he told you? Why you not running the house the way he told you? Huh? But you want a strong man. How you think that man maintains his strength? After going out in the world and dealing with the world every day. How you think he maintained his strength? God. But you don't want to follow the program. But he need to be strong. Why? Because he need to take being with a hard-headed ass woman, right? And all the shit you're gonna drag him through, right? No. That's why you're by yourself. That's why you're alone. That's why you're alone. And I'm gonna just go ahead and say this. Get your screen recorders ready. I'm gonna go ahead and say this. The more black men, the more of us return back to God, a lot of y'all women are going to be alone. You heard me? You want me to say it again? You want me to say it again? Let us start following what God told us. Your ass really gonna be by yourself. Y'all really gonna be in trouble. You're really gonna be in trouble. Where the good men at? About to get married to some women that know what God sound like in their life. Yeah. Oh, y'all ready for that? Huh? Because all y'all talk about is ain't shit niggas anyway. See, this is why I don't want to listen to it. Because all y'all talking about is ain't shit niggas. Y'all talking about niggas who can't even piss straight, let alone lead something. See, I don't want to hear that shit. See, because you know what traditional men bring in the house? Correction. Shout out to my brother, the Book of Ronan. Like he always say, there's no covering without correction. I don't take care of you if you want to be a wild bill. You want to be, Carisha, please. That's how you want to act? We don't take care of your ass. Traditional men didn't do that. Stop lying. Stop getting up here lying. Steve ain't traditional. Steve is a John. Okay? Let's get that clear. He's not traditional. He's a John. He pays for everything so that coochie could be on a platter. Let's talk about that. That's not why traditional men did everything. Traditional men did everything because that's what God said. So stop getting up here lying. Stop getting up here lying and spinning narratives and teaching these young women how to be hoes still. Cause that's, I mean, come on. What's the chance of you getting a man that's gonna really take care of you? He shouldn't take care of you. Cause you're a hard-headed little thought. Why should he take care of you? He don't owe you nothing. See, this is how I know y'all haven't talked to no traditional men. Because I listen to what y'all say and I know your thought process. You wasn't talking to no real men. Because that wouldn't come out your mouth. Certain things wouldn't come out your mouth. Y'all women are too worldly to have known real traditional men, because real traditional men operates from the word. You see? Oh, you don't want, I'm going too far? Huh? No, I'm not going too far. I'm right where I need to be. Hey, baby girl, Wendy, I'm right where I need to be. You see? You see? No, both of these conversations are not valued. They're not, May. They're not. They're not. We're not doing that, May. Okay? We're not upholding cap. We're not doing that. Okay? With all due respect, we're not upholding cap over here. We're not doing that. No, ma'am. That's cap. Because as I said, if these women have been around traditional men, real traditional men, right? They would not say the shit they say out their mouth. Because real traditional men have a certain level of character that they produce and show the women in their environment. They carry themselves a certain way. It ain't got nothing to do with no money. Traditional men didn't lead with their wallets. So there is no both conversations are valued. No, because one of them is cap. And it's rooted in fantasy and fallacy and entitlement. Because traditional men don't coddle women. That's what we don't do. Because you got to show and prove who you are to him. And that ain't just having some good old sex and knowing how to bake a cake. That's a lie. That's a lie. A lot of y'all women will turn around and say, oh, well, my grandmama taught my grandfather how to read. But I thought you said traditional men only wanted sex and food. Didn't she have to be more? Didn't she have to know something? Didn't she have to have some accolades? Like she had to go to school and graduate and do all the stuff academically that your grandfather didn't do, if she had to teach him how to read. So how could y'all then say that men only needed sex and food if he had to learn how to read? See how y'all keep debunking your own arguments? Stop the cap. Stop. Stop the capping. It's too much cap going on with this content, man. And it's not serving a healthy purpose. This is my point. This is not about a right and wrong thing. I'm not with that. I'm not with that. That's not what this is about right now. I'm not trying to prove women wrong. I'm not doing that. What I'm pointing out is the BS and what that's doing to the people who are listening. See, that's what we need to be paying attention to, because we have media platforms. People listen to us. People are influenced by us. People are encouraged by us. So we have to uphold that responsibility. So we can't be up here disseminating bullshit and lying and fluffing up shit. Because what does that do to the next generation? You know what that does? That gives them a cosign to be as toxic as they have they already been. You see? That's what that does. When these young girls get on here and they hear these women saying, yeah, chase the bag. Yeah, he ain't shit. Get the bag, get the bag, get the bag. And then you wonder why these young girls are out here getting killed. These young girls out here strung out on drugs. You wonder why you see all this. Because you told him to go chase the bag, that he ain't shit anyway. You know, and if he wants your coochie, he got to pay. He don't got to be a man that stand on anything. He don't got to be a man that's about nothing. He don't have to have good character. See, that's not talked about when it comes to when women judge a man now. This is why y'all lonely and y'all don't have men, because you reject men. You see? Steve Harvey's not a modern day. He's not a traditional man. Steve Harvey's a John. Steve Harvey's a John. If Steve Harvey did not have Marjorie, Steve Harvey will be doing what he said he was going to do before his security guard called Marjorie's homegirl. See, y'all just watched that little clip. See, on my show, I played what led up to him saying this. You see? I played all of it. See, I ain't just played a clip. I played what he said before. And when he told the story about what happened between him and Marjorie, and how he had 2 other marriages after Marjorie walked away from him because he was broke. Because that's why she walked away from him, because he was broke. You see that? Because she was one of them women of the night back in the dope boy days. She was running around with them niggas. And Steve Harvey wasn't one of them niggas. He's a square. Okay? Let's just keep it real. See, this ain't made up. This is what Steve said out his mouth when I played it. He said, I got in trouble. Look at what Johns do. You know, Johns always have an excuse. These old trick ass niggas, they always got some excuse. I got in trouble. You didn't get in trouble, you was broke. Just say that. See, he can't even be honest enough to say he was broke. He was broke. He was broke. He wasn't in trouble. Ain't nothing happened. He was broke and homeless. That's why she left you, because you couldn't give her what you could give her now. And the reason why you had those other 2 messed up marriages is because you was thinking about Marjorie raggedy ass. Steve. See, I'm gonna give it to you from a male's perspective. Not some convoluted shit that you want to make up in your mind because you and your feelings about a nigga who rich. Okay? Because all these rich niggas do is get on camera and lie in front of y'all. They sell you a goddamn fantasy because that's their job. They're entertainers. Wake up. See, you'll know that if you ever sat around some traditional men. You have some goddamn values and some sense. You have some sense. You won't be quickly beguiled and quickly swayed to and fro. You have some sense. You'll be grounded and rooted in something. That's how I know y'all ain't been around no traditional men. Stop the cap. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. It's all good, man. It's okay. She said, comment clarity. I value these relationship conversations, specifically when men who are not incels or anti-marriage stay out of the conversation. I appreciate that, May, but it's all love. It's all love. Because I know you not being disingenuous. I don't like that. Because that doesn't help the listeners. That doesn't help the people who are here for help. You see? That's all I was saying, May. It's all love. You see? See, if you've been around traditional men, you have some respect for men in general. See, in general, a man don't have to show you nothing to respect him. That's modern bullshit. This is how I know y'all ain't been around no traditional men. This is how I know y'all haven't been around no traditional men. Y'all telling on yourselves. We're going to talk about it today. That's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about it today. Since y'all want to keep bullshitting and lying. I'm sick of it. Y'all done turned this whole Steve Harvey shit into some dating shit when it had nothing to do with that. Nothing. He was literally talking shit to men. Literally, that's what he was doing. Now he done said women is the table. He didn't say that. What he said was, I'm a trick and I'm willing to be a trick. That's what he said. That's all he said. That's what he said in the video. Not what y'all thought he said. Because y'all making shit up to make up content. He didn't say that. He said, I'm okay with tricking. Because she got that coochie on the table. That's what he said. That's what he said out his mouth. He didn't say shit about her being the table. He didn't say none of that shit. He's a proud John. He's a proud John. That's all he is. Hey, Classy Creole. Shout out to my man Boot Camp in the building. That's what he said. Now y'all done turned this into something else, and now y'all done made the whole shit disingenuous. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't. Hey, Raven, what's going on? Long time. Raven says a lot of our people have a problem with definition and interpretation. He actually didn't say anything about a table. You're right about that, DS1. I mean, come on, Raven. Come on. You know they like to say I be overreacting though. But people forget that I covered this situation first in this space. And I played what he said from the beginning. You see? See, when you watch conflict creators, they'll just clip the shit and show you that. See that? That's a conflict creator. because they're trying to create conflict and stir up emotions with black folk so we could get to arguing and it could make some good content. I'm sick of this shit. How much more ways we gonna find to be dysfunctional and think it's cool? Shout out to Slim. Salute my comrade. I'm sick of it. Then the first, oh, these women are not protected. Black women are not protected. Yeah, you're not going to be covered without correction. Since nobody could check you, Papu, bye. See, that's how traditional men handle shit. Y'all think traditional men was simps and ass kissers, right? Neither one of my granddaddies was ass kissers. Neither one of them. See, I don't come from that. I don't know what y'all come from. I don't come from that. My father wasn't no ass kisser. My father's father wasn't no ass kisser. My mama's father wasn't no ass kisser. And they wasn't John's either. And guess what? When my grandfather was with my grandmama, she ain't work. And my father's father, my grandmama, or my father's mother, she never worked a goddamn day in her life. Want to hear that shit? Y'all ain't been around no real men. That's the problem. What's good, Josiah? Joshua Pate, salute. Y'all haven't been around no real men. Hey, Brownie, what's going on? Y'all haven't been around no real men. See that? Y'all haven't been around no traditional men. They don't pander to women. They don't pander for panties. They don't pander for panties when they could just go down to the juke joint. Yeah, y'all forgot about those, right? Let's talk about it. You see that? See, them traditional men are straight come out and say, oh, you want to play games with me, Betty? I'll be back. Go right to the juke joint. What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? Y'all lying to people, man. Y'all misleading people, man. This is the problem. This is why people still out here hurting and suffering. You see? Y'all done reduce black relationships to pimping and hoeing. God damn. It's 2023 and you got black people saying this? Shout out to Kwafi. All he wanted was some sex in a hot plate. Who? Your simp ass grandfather? Huh? He wasn't traditional. Wasn't no real traditional men moving like that. You crazy? You crazy? Because let me just go ahead and say this. In a traditional man's house, Dingo runs the house. Penis runs the goddamn house. That's who got the last word in a traditional house. See, this is how I know y'all ain't been around no traditional men. See, traditional men ain't put coochie on no pedestal. Dingo run this house. I don't know what y'all talking about. What men y'all been around? Huh? I'm listening. What men y'all been around? Where coochie run the goddamn house? Around what men? Around what men? Where coochie is the decision maker. Around what men? Put it in the chat room. No, money runs your house, Mella. Money runs your house because a man don't run it. Mella. Because a man don't run it. because he can't tell you shit because you're hard-headed. Don't come in here with that shit. I'm on go today. Let's make this clear. Don't come in here playing today. I'm on go. Because this needs to be clear. This needs to be clear. Because see, how money run a traditional household when your goddamn daddy was making 40 cents an hour? Oh, boy. Here we go. Living in fantasy land. So your grandfather couldn't read. He made 50 cents an hour, but money ran the household. Okay. All right. All right. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. So your grandfather couldn't read, he couldn't write, but money ran the house. How? Can you tell me how? Can you tell me how money kept your family together? Can you tell me how? You know what kept that goddamn family together? Struggle love. Because black people always understood that it's better to struggle in love. Love. See, y'all forget what's attached after struggle. Love. Not struggle hate. Not struggle argue. Not struggle despise. Struggle love. Despite the struggle, we're going to love. That's what that means. That's traditional relationships. Despite the struggle, we're going to love each other. And we're going to make this shit work. And we're going to teach our children that love conquers all. And if you don't want love, go get a bag. But guess what? Your bag chasers. Let me let you in on something, bag chasers. Hey, Camille. Good to see you, sweetness. Shout out to Miss Camille. Right? Since y'all don't want no love, y'all want a bag, right? It's about a bag. But guess what? When you die, what they gonna put you in? Put it in the chat. All you bag chasers, when you die, what they gonna put you in? Not at the funeral. When they carry your ass out from wherever you die, what they gonna put you in? Shout out to Bucket. A bag. I need y'all to start thinking. We black. Where's the intellect? Where's the intelligence? Where's the basic thinking? Where's the 1 + 1 at? So you're gonna chase a bag till you end up in one? And usually when you chase a bag, you end up in one early. You know, like before you have grandkids, like before you have great-great-grandkids. So that's what we doing. That's what we doing. That's what we doing, right? That's what we doing. That's what we living for. That's not black folk. That's not black culture. What happened? What happened? We done let goddamn YouTube and the cyber world take over how we see reality. We have a problem. We have a problem, Houston. We have a problem. So now we allowing the world to tell us how to live our lives. But I thought we was God's people. see, this is what I don't like. Oh, well, if men got back in their positions and they got right with God. Oh, so that means you don't need to get right with God. see, that's why there's no covering without correction. You can't run around here and be philandering and just say, I'm sorry, Jesus. And then you think you ain't going to catch AIDS? Because you're running around here thotting and bopping? That's what you think, right? You think that's how covering works. You think that's how protection works. It doesn't. Grow up. Grow up. Because sometimes your ass may need to catch something so you can learn. So now you can really protect yourself. See, sometimes, yeah, go ahead and let her catch it. That'll sit her ass down. You want to run around here and be a whoremonger? All right, we're going to give you some herpes, nigga. Now sit down. Now you don't even want to pull your Johnson out. Nasty nigga. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how traditional men carry less diseases, sexual diseases. Let's talk about that. Huh? Y'all want me to be running around here scared to death, thinking you're going to catch something. Why? Because these men are not operating like traditional men. Let's talk about it. And you're not operating like a traditional woman. You don't even require a man to put a condom on. And he's not your man. Huh? Oh, am I going too far? I'm going too far now, right? I'm going too far now. I'm going too far. I'm going too far, right, comrades? Shout out to my comrades in the building. Black Man's Heart Podcast. Salute, comrade. The comrades is in the building. I'm going too far, right, bro? I'm going too far, huh? Huh? Is this too much? He had to do all that. Right? He had to do all that. I can hear that now. He had to say all that. No, I need to say it all because it's called putting things in its proper place. And y'all not going to keep up here dishonoring traditional men like we just some tricks and simps like Steve Harvey and Dwayne Wade and Will Smith. You're not going to throw us in that category. See? Because traditional men don't sacrifice their booty holes for money. Traditional men don't sacrifice their booty holes. So you're going to stop doing that shit. You're going to stop it. You're going to stop it. I don't care who don't like it. I don't care what you don't like. I don't like when you get up here and dishonor black men. Strong black men like my grandfathers were, like my father was. Traditional men who were committed to their women. My father died in front of his woman. The fuck y'all talking about? That he was with for 20 years. She didn't want to get married. And y'all get up here and talk shit. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Shut up. You don't even have no experience in nothing. Shut up. And the women who talking shit, your husband left you because you couldn't do what's right. And you feel he should still cover you even though you're hard-headed and rebellious. You don't cover women like that. You let them go get a goddamn umbrella. Because that's what real men teach. She don't listen, leave. Because you can't make her do shit. Leadership is not forced. So if you want to be hard-headed, that's why he left your ass. He don't have to cover you. God told him not to cover your ass. We don't cover women like that. Go get an umbrella. Go get an umbrella. Go get an umbrella. That's what you go do. You need some covering? Go run up under a building. Go run up under a scaffold. You need some covering? You see that? Because traditional men did what they done because traditional because traditional men, guess what they followed? Guess how they learned how to be men? From men of God. You know why you went to church when you was a little girl? Huh? Cause Papa. Stop playing with me. We're gonna talk about this shit today. How you think your grandmama, why you think your grandmama go to church and praise the goddamn Lord? Cause of Papa. Papa took her off the street and took her in the church and cleaned her up. We ain't gonna talk about. We won't want to talk about this, right? See, that's what Papa did. When she was struggling, when nobody was there. Yeah. God brought Papa to your mama to show her there are good men out here. Don't get mad because your grandmama fucked it up. And do you want to blame Papa because you don't really know what happened? Because Papa ain't going to tell you? Because Papa don't want you to hate your grandmama. See, that's what real men do. Real men make sure no matter how shit goes, that you don't hate the women. That you don't hate your mama. You don't hate your grandmama. Even though they put the men through some shit. That's between me and your mama. See, that's what real men do. That was between me and your mama. I better not ever hear you say nothing, boy. You better always love your mama, nigga. You crazy? That's your mama. She was my woman. See how that's how traditional men speak. You don't talk like Steve Harvey. And she can bring a whole nother baby in the world. Shut your dumb ass up. She can have another you. Shut your dumb ass up. Shut up, Goofy. Traditional men don't talk like that. Traditional men don't do shit like that. You're going to get dissed by a woman. She left your goofy ass, and then you wait 20 years later and then get back with her. And then he specifically said, and y'all can go back and watch my show because I played the clip in full context, right? Where Steve actually said before he spoke to Marjorie, he was getting ready to go on a trick spree. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Correct me if I'm wrong, visionaries. If y'all saw that show, didn't Steve specifically say out of his mouth that he put up a arrival and departure sign in his new condo he just moved into? And at every times he was going to have women coming in and out his house, 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 in and out his house. So since Steve thought about doing that, that's traditional? You saying that that's what traditional men was doing? How you know that was how you know what your grandfather was doing? How you know? How you know? Did your grandmama tell you who your grandfather was? Because if she didn't, shut up. Because you're dishonoring the men in your family. And the men who watch women do shit like that, that's why he'll never choose your ass. You ever thought about that? You wonder why the man just want to pump and dump you too? Not saying that that shit is right, because I don't agree with that. But I'm going to tell you how you attract pump and dumpers. When he sees that you don't have no value for yourself or other men, he'll come in and pump and dump you. See that? All that shit y'all be spewing out y'all mouth that y'all think is cute. This is why a man will sit back and listen and be like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. I never deal with her like that. I'll never deal with her like that. I'll never deal with her like that. She's not worth the trouble. See, because a man has a vetting process. You see, traditional men vet their women. And you cannot properly vet a woman with sex attached to it. See, this is why tricks and Johns like Steve Harvey end up with Marjories of the world. Because he don't care about the trouble and the threat or none of that. He don't care about that girl running around thotting and bopping with his last name because he a trick. He's a trick. You think Lori could have been doing that and she had her real daddy's last name? Women, answer that. Ladies in the chat room, answer that. Do you think Lori Harvey, if she had her daddy's last name, you think she'd be running around hoeing in the industry? You think she'll be allowed to do that? Huh? Huh? If she had her daddy's last name, hey, L'Oreal, good to see you. Right? She wouldn't be able to do that. You know why? Because her father will get at her mama. Some shit Steve won't do. Because all she got to do is say, nigga, shut up, pull your drawers down. See, that's how she neutralized Steve Harvey. Shut up, nigga, pull your drawers down. Shut up, boy, get naked. That's how she talked to that weak ass nigga. Shut up and get naked, boy. That's how she talked to him. That's how she deal with him. You heard, see, if you watch my show, you're going to hear it in context. See, Steve said out his mouth that when he got on the phone with Marjorie after 20 years, she straight came out and said, boy, what you want? Boy, what you want? So your grandmama was talking to your grandfather like that? Because we talking about traditional relationships. So that's how she addressed your grandfather? Boy? Huh? I don't want to hear, oh, you overreact. No. Boy, what you want? See how she talked to him? Because she know he a trick. See, that's how they talk to tricks. That's how they talk to tricks. Boy, what you want? Like, nigga, you irritating me. Because I know you want something. That's how they talk to him like that. Oh, so that's how traditional men get talked to? That's the regard y'all have for traditional men? I'm listening. Because I'm going off the shit y'all be saying out y'all mouth. And how y'all just making it seem like traditional men was just okay with everything. And, you know, they just said yes. And, you know. Where? 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 I'm not sure either, man. I'm not sure either. That's why you have to get with a person that has certain values. You see? And you women, when y'all get up here and say the shit y'all say, y'all co-sign Steve Harvey, you're showing real men your value. Where you value, where you rank at, where exactly we should put you. You're going in a dirty clothes pile. Yep. You're going in a dirty clothes pile. Over there with the dirty socks, the crunchy socks, I'm gonna put you right there. Because you're comfortable right there. That's where you want to be. Because long as you get your little bum ass little trick that'll never tell you no. We're gonna throw you in the dirty clothes aisle, in the dirty clothes pile. Cartel says Marjorie Harvey was a jump off from the beginning, and Steve Harvey was a trick simp, so they are a match made in heaven. Bingo. Just like Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union. Same thing. Same thing. Shout out to my man Boogeyman. Salute, bro. Come on now. Steve likes dirty laundry. He said Steve likes dirty laundry. How about it, bro? Oh, come on, y'all. Don't start the don't start the traditional relationship arguments in the chat, man. don't start the arguments in the chat, man. Come on now. Come on now. Raven says there's nothing wrong with the word no. Life in general is full of no's and the obstacles that surround it. It's about how we handle it that shows our faith and endurance. Right. Exactly. Josiah the Mod says, whatever happened to a man's man term? I don't know, bro. I don't know. All of this stuff has been convoluted, man. Boogeyman says dudes like Steve are teaching women that all they need to offer men is coochie. Thank you, bro. Thank you. And I said that earlier in the show. Which then relegates women to what? Being prostitutes. Because he's a trick. He's a trick. See, the men know. We know the lingo. We know the lingo. We know the half truths. We know all of this stuff. See, you women don't know. Y'all don't know. Y'all will get up on a panel and say, well, we don't know what men really want, but then y'all will get up there and say what Steve Harvey is. What are we talking about? 1 minute you don't know men, but you know Steve Harvey. You know Steve Harvey's a real man, though. But you didn't know that your goddamn boyfriend was a cheater. But Steve Harvey's a good man. Stop. Stop. You're destroying yourself, young lady, because you keep lying to yourself. And then you wondering why you keep attracting lying ass niggas. Because when he look at you, he say, oh, I see she like a lying nigga. I'm getting ready to walk up to her with fake sneakers on and bag her. Because she like liars. I could see it's written all over her. She love a liar, a cute liar. Don't you? You love a little cute liar. You love a little handsome narcissist, don't you? Don't you? Pay all the bills, but then you feel like a slave in a house. You women can't dictate nothing with your coochie. That only worked for niggas like Steve Harvey. Won't be surprised in the next 5 years, Marjorie come out with a book and say how, you know, the trials and tribulations of being with Steve. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Just don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Please don't. Right, May. It's all good, y'all. See, this is exactly why I don't like when the conversation is disingenuous, because it creates that energy where now men and women are trying to prove themselves to each other when we're supposed to be complimenting one another. If there's not a match, it's just not a match. That happens in life. That's cool. But when we get into the back and forth stuff, that's when, and then that's what leads to the conversation staying on some bullshit. And that's really why I wanted to talk about this today. It's not about making Steve look bad and trying to prove women right. No. The bigger purpose is we have to begin to have the real conversation, because other people are listening. People are listening to learn. So if we're giving them half truths and whole lies, then we wonder why people not growing, because we lying. This is what I'm saying. And as Black folk, we have to know that we have a responsibility to each other. Just a basic responsibility, at least just to be honest about shit. God damn. Like that's just simple decency. Okay, it's younger men and women listening. I'm not gonna get up here and co-sign no shit like that. I'm not gonna get up here and do that. I'm not gonna get up here and make excuses for the city girls. Because then that young girl who run around living the same goddamn life as Carisha wants you to make an excuse for her. And then what happens when your daughter, when your niece, when your little female cousin wants you to give them that same excuse when they running around doing what they doing? Because see, a lot of y'all think it ain't gonna be my daughter. Oh, that won't be my son. Oh, that won't be my granddaughter. Says who? Says who? When there's no values there, no traditional values. Says who? When you running this shit like a you running your household like a modern day slave ship. That's why them kids get up and run out the goddamn house. The first thing these young girls do now is find a man to lay up next to because they don't want to be in a house. Why? Huh? Why Lori Harvey doing what she doing if her stepfather got all this goddamn money? Huh? I'm listening. Doesn't she has a man that's been in her life since she was a baby that provides her and her mama the 4 P's. So why she run around selling P? Huh? Since Steve is just a traditional guy, why she run around selling P? See, that won't go on in a traditional man's house. That will not be tolerated or accepted. But Steve is traditional. Y'all don't even know what that look like. You don't even know what that look like. Stop capping. Because there are other women and young men out here who are listening, like Josiah the Mod. You see? Shout out to you, bro. What I look like getting up here lying, telling him it's cool to pump and dump and all of that shit. What I look like doing that to this young brother? What I look like doing that? My father ain't do that to me. My grandfathers didn't do that to me. No matter what they were doing, no matter what they done. They taught us to be upright men. That's what we were taught. Okay, we know people make mistakes, but what were we taught? You see that? That's why it's called struggle love. Because regardless of the struggle, regardless of the cheating, regardless of this, regardless of that, they made it work. Struggle love. See, we living in a world today where you get on the goddamn internet and you think everything is a fantasy. You think your whole life should be on a goddamn resort. Because you scrolling down your goddamn Instagram feed all day, seeing women on camels in Dubai. So this why it's struggle life. Because you only equate struggle to finance. A house will never be whole, right? If y'all are hold each other hostage for money. The house will never be whole. The relationship will never be whole. The marriage will never be whole. Because y'all got a hold on that money. Your hands is clenched. How you gonna receive something with your hands closed, woman? This is how y'all living. This is how y'all women living. No, 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 that's mine. That's mine. Don't touch it. That's mine. That's my towel. That's my soap. That's mine. That's my tissue. That's mine. Get your own. That's mine. But then when you get with a man who will sit there and live off you, go to work every goddamn day and tell you it's his money. I pay the shit when I'm ready. Then what? Oh, now he not a good man? No, he the same man. He the same. You're the same woman that he is as a man. You want to hold shit to yourself. That's why you done went and found you a man who was just as selfish as you. And you didn't like that, right? Welcome to the real world where real shit happens. That's what traditional men always make sure that their women are operating in. Reality, not cyber world, not YouTube land, not Instagram land, the real world, reality. Okay? And a lot of y'all are not operating out of reality. That's why y'all think Steve Harvey is a traditional man. You see? Because y'all are trying y'all best to find a man that will allow you to be entitled, spoiled, disrespectful, arrogant. Y'all trying to paint this narrative. Wrong. You won't do it. And you're going to fail at it. SB tell y'all all the time. Shout out to SB. Shout out to Mr. Security Boss. She tell you all the time. You're not going to win, ladies. You're going to lose. Playing that game, you're going to lose. You're the ultimate loser because men can move on. You're the ones left to suffer. That's what she's trying to tell y'all. That's what she's trying to tell y'all. Shout out to everyone, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning into today's show. Shout out to everyone, man. Shout out to all the visionaries in the building. I appreciate y'all for tuning into today's show. If y'all enjoyed today's show, the Cash App is going across the screen, as long as the PayPal and the Venmo. Shout out to everyone. I'm going to read a few more of y'all comments, and then we're going to wrap this up. Cartel says they're hanging on for dear life. Oh, yeah. Raven says the mind phase is supposed to just be that, a phase, which is supposed to be adjusted and set in a healthy trajectory at 3 to 5 years old. So are you saying, Raven, that a lot of these modern women are dealing with arrested development? Is that what you're saying, Miss Raven? Thanks, Classy Creole. I appreciate you. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to Gorilla Mac. Classy Creole says she has no respect for him. None of those women do. They just want what they could get out of Steve. Exactly. And Steve knows this. Steve knows this. That's why he's trying to shame men who don't think like that. Because Steve knows this. The simps and the tricks in the black manosphere did the same thing. Where you think they get Pookie and Ray Ray from? They get that from the black manosphere. That Pookie nigga talk. Where you got old church sock simps mad because younger men don't have to pay the cost to get that cat. So what they do is they shame us. Oh, he ain't got his money right. Oh, he this. Oh, he that. Oh, he's a criminal. Oh, he smokes weed. Oh, look how he dressed. He wears Jordans. That's what that is. Old simp tricks who mad because we didn't have to put on ties and cufflinks. You know, we didn't have to take off a 3-piece suit before we got busy. We wasn't sliding around the goddamn hotel room. And we probably ain't even have to pay for the room. All we had to do was just bring the party festivities. That's what they mad at. And that's what that whole shit was about. These sap suckers in the black manosphere did the same shit to us. Same shit. I'm not even going to name them. Y'all know who they are. You've been tagging them in your videos. You've been tagging them in your videos. You know who they are. You know exactly who they are. And that's the problem that a lot of these so-called elderly men have with younger men. It's the access to sex. And the fact that a lot of us don't have to pay because we're not on Metamucil. We're not running around here with a lifetime subscription to Blue Chew. So they get up here and make the conversation about money. Come on now. The men know. This is why the women shouldn't have been speaking on it, because it was about men. It was about men. And this is why the men took off on Steve like that. Because Steve does this every few years. He'll come out and say some goofy shit. But he's not a traditional man. He's not a traditional man. And him and Marjorie is not a traditional relationship. You can say that that's a traditional pimp and hoe relationship. Mm-hmm. Trick and hoe relationship. Yeah, you can say that. You can say that. Yeah, Metamucil and suppositories. Yeah, facts. Facts. They need enemas and all that. They need enemas and everything. They drink warm milk before they go to bed and all that. That's why they mad. Got to drink Mylanta after eating a steak. They got to take Central Magnesia and all that. They mad. That's what this shit has always been about. You feel me? You know what I'm saying, Star Baby? That's what they mad at, Classy Creole. Young boys standing hard in the paint. That's why they mad. And ain't got to pay because she paid. She paid for the room. She paid for the room. Mm-hmm. She paid for the gas. She paid for the weed. She paid for the liquor. That's what he mad at. That's what it's really about. That's what they mad at, man. So shout out to everyone. I appreciate y'all for tuning into today's show once again. Much love to everybody, man. Much love. Make sure y'all hit that like button if y'all haven't yet. Share out today's show. We will be back tomorrow, same time, 2:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to all you visionaries. Shout out to everyone who has monetarily supported the show. I appreciate all the love and the support. DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.